SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 3 left. Rotate.
Well, hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have you here at Terminal E in San Francisco's International Airport. Looking at our lovely 727-200 out there, getting ready to fire that bird up and head up to Portlandia. However, before we do that, we got to go to the flight planning room. Who's got the door code? We got to go old school today. We'll still back up with the INS, but I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I just kind of put it off and forgot, and then I wasn't even going to stream today, but then I had to do some stuff down in town, which was near the V1 HQ, so I said, screw it, I'll do another stream. Do something a little different today. Short flight, so we're going to spend our time doing some flight planning. We're going to do it the old school way, the way I used to do it, the way I used to teach it, back before we had all the fun stuff that we do now with like Navigraph and all that stuff. So that's all dead to me. Navigraph is dead to me. What is it? Not Navigraph. We're going to use Navigraph. What the heck is that website? SimBrief. SimBrief is dead to me. And this is, we're going to use the old SkyVector. We were going to use SkyVector, but it's easier to do it on the Navigraph app, so I'm just going to use the Navigraph app today. So, door code is 363637. Gotcha, thanks, Diabetic Lab. What's up, man? Sam, good to see you, dude. Am I using Rex Atmos? Negative. Rex Atmos is dead to me. Sam, it's only dead to me on this stream. It's only dead to me on this stream. So there's our bird. There's our lovely bird. We're going to go find ourselves the crew planning room, the flight planning room. And I'm not sure where it is. I couldn't find it, but I think this will suffice. We'll just come over here and we'll do our planning over here in the, this looks like a flight planning room, right? Got to get the PDP in there. If you know, you know, right? But since we don't have an actual flight planning room, we're just going to set it up here in window view. Matter of fact, let's walk over there to our airplane, and that's where we'll set up and do our planning. So, Chris, good to see you. Captain Medi V Pilots here. What's up, man? ATC Swede, good to see you. AG Tyson in the house. Blackbird Controls is also here. Blackbird, good to see you, my man. We are going to be using the Blackbird control levers today on the 727, so I love that. I'm trying to figure out where our gate is. I think we went past it. Yeah, we did go past it. That's all right. So let's come over here real quick. We're going to park the camera right here, and we are going to begin our flight planning. You guys ready for this? All right, let me go ahead and turn this off over here. And yeah, okay, so position for raw data flying of the SID. Petition for raw data flying. Yeah, we're going to be doing raw data. I think I'll load up the INS just as a backup to show y'all in case ATC hops on. I did file a whiskey. So, I mean, we don't need it, but I also don't know if all the VORs and stuff are going to work on the way up there. But here we go. A class is in a session. Callie Simmer, good to see you. Got my little coffee next to me, too. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. I wish I could stream real time at like 6 a.m. West Coast time, which would be, what's that, like 7, 8 a.m.? But I just can't get myself up that early and then come to the office and do a stream. So I always have to wind the time back. But I love early morning flying out of California. You get the marine layer moves in. There's a rain and stuff up in Portland right now, so we'll have to take that into account. But E6B required? No, we're not going quite that old school on this one. We're going to use some modern tech. We're just doing the route portion today. We're not doing any perf or anything like that, which is a good idea for. I've got an idea. You'll see here that I'm also going to be making the camera bigger. I'm making Navigraph bigger on this particular instance, so you guys can follow along a little bit better. So that's why it looks so big on your screen. But I think, you know what, I think I might run with this idea, depending on how you guys like this, depending on how this goes over. When 2024 drops, I'm thinking we're not going to have a lot of add-ons available right away. So we're probably going to be doing some of the career mode. I think that'd be kind of fun to do as a as a channel. You know, we kind of go through the steps, and I can show you, oh, this is realistic or this is not realistic. And, I'm sure everybody and their brother's going to be doing the same thing, because that's pretty much all there's going to be able to do, I think, on release day, which I am fully prepped for. We're going to be ready to go. We're going to do full-blown release day stream. Heck, we might just stream for 3 days straight. We might just do non-stop streaming until the internet collapses on us. But it would be kind of interesting to even go more old school and do like some Piston Duke or maybe 172, because like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to have the Dukes in 2024, and then we can get into the performance aspect of it, which then of course we would have to use the E6B. Now I bet there's an online E6B we could use, like an actual whiz wheel. I have to look for that. That might be kind of fun to do as well. So anyway, this is going to get us started today. So who's ready? McAllen, good to see you, man. What's up? I have online stuff for work the day of Microsoft 24 release. We'll definitely not have your stream in the background. You have online stuff for work? Oh, Sam, no, unacceptable, dude. You need to just be, look, Microsoft 2024 is work. You don't need to do real work stuff. All right? I wonder how quick 24 will get the dead to me. Oscar, that's a great question. Probably within the first hour. I can borrow you my electric E6B. You got one, Bill 6? Oh, man. Or Bill's Mafia? All right, so let's go ahead, and I don't normally use Navigraph for this. When I used to do my own flight planning, even for streams and content, even for just my own flight simming, what I would do is I would use SkyVector. SkyVector is a free website online, makes it real easy, but it's kind of hard to translate using SkyVector over a stream unless we're just doing full-blown window capture. So we're going to use Navigraph because I feel like everybody uses Navigraph anyway, and we can accomplish the same things. And if you really want to have, we talked about levels of satisfaction in your flight simming, right? So when you fly an A350 from A to B, everything's done for you. You turn the autopilot on at 200 feet, you do an auto land. Okay, that's fun. When you fly an old school Boeing or something else that's old school A to B, that's even more fun. When you do an entire flight from start to finish, from planning your own route, all that stuff, it's a whole nother level of satisfaction. So we haven't done this yet on stream, and I'm excited to show you guys how I would go about planning this route today. Now, 121 ops, SOPs, alternates, fuel requirements, all that, we're not going to get into that. This is just strictly route planning, and maybe, like I said, depending on how this is recepted, we might continue on the little mini series here. So got you on my phone, but this late fall bass bite is on fire right now. Bo, don't, come on, man. I was supposed to go fishing today, but then I was like, I'm going to stream. Matter of fact, I'm going to go fishing after the stream. So I'll put some. We gotta have to fish. I have to have a fishing channel on the Discord. We're gonna add another channel. Okay, so enough chit chat. Class is in session. Let's go ahead and start a new flight. So I'm going to do new flight. First and foremost, let's get our destination in there. We're going to do SFO. I'm going to add that to route. That's just because I just had it pinned. All right. And we also have to select a destination. So this is pretty simple. We're going to do SFO to Portland. Now, when you flight plan, old school, you have to go, in my opinion, the easiest way is to go from the outside in. So we don't start, you know, at the airways. We don't start looking at that stuff. We're going to actually start from the destination and the arrival, or that's the same thing. We're going to start from the departure and the arrival, and we're going to work towards the middle. So you need to think of your flight plan as this is the highway, and we have the parking lot and an on-ramp to the highway. We have the parking lot and an off-ramp of the highway into the destination. So what we also want to do here, this is the FAA sectional chart. This is not going to apply to us for flying the 727. What we want to do is we want to select the IFR high chart. Now, the difference between high and low is 18,000 foot. If you're going to be flying below 18,000 feet, then you would want to use the IFR low chart. If you're going to be flying above that, IFR high is what we have selected. And that's just going to get rid of some clutter. It's going to get rid of stuff that you don't really need to see, and it's going to make your planning a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and start with SFO. So we know we're departing SFO. First and foremost, we got to figure out what the weather's doing. So we'll come over here. We'll take a look at the weather. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What happened here? What is this? What is this? Go back. Are you serious? Navigraph is dead to me. Hold on. Navigraph is dead to me, chat. Okay, we're back live. Here we go. We're back on our map. What happened there? Why'd that do that? It just kicked me out? Okay. We got to start over again. New flight. Jeez. SFO. This is why you use SkyVector. This is arrival destination. Select Portland. Okay. That's added Portland, added Portland route. SFO Portland. All right. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out the SFO weather. So we're going to go airport charts, open airport. We're going to go weather. And right now, winds in San Francisco, we have 130 at 310 miles, broken at 2,500. Okay, so we know it's a pretty mild day. You would want to see if there's a ATIS telling us departures. Here we go. Departing runway 1 left and 1 right. Okay, so charts, taxi, 10-9 page. Let's see what we're doing here. 1 left, 1 right. Perfect. I'll plan on runway 1 left for departure. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. We go to the SIDS. We know we cannot do anything RNAV, right? So no RNAV, can't do that one. We could do the gap 7. So let's take a look at this. This looks like a standard vector departure. RNAV, we can do the Molin 9. Okay, we'll keep that as an option. What I like to do is kind of look at these end fixes. We got, this is taking us out to Mendocino, Molin perhaps, and then on from there. Okay, can't do any of these. San Francisco 4, even easier, straight up to, vector departure, and that's it. So our options are very simplified. Gap 7 is just a straight up vector departure. What does it have for runway 1s? Climb on SFO radial 350 or assign vectors to assign route fix. Let's pick that one. Gap 7. That's what I like. We're going to be doing a slight left turn, intercept. We want to go to that kind of that north westerly direction, right? 350, almost due north. So I'm going to pin the gap 7. All right. We've got our departure loaded. Now, before we can pick how we're going to get up to Portland, we're going to go to the arrival airport, and we got to figure out what Portland's doing. So let's go back to our airports. Let's come over here first and foremost. What's the weather up in Portland? They got light rain, mist, 160 at 3. So if I look at the ATIS, I can assume they're probably going to be landing. 10 left is closed, 28 right is closed. So they have a runway 10 right is in use. Charts, taxi, 10-9 page, 10 right, that's our only option. All right, here we go. Lucas, thanks for the 10 rupee man, or the 10 Brazilian real, by the way. They're not reais, they're Brazilian real. When does view in total? I promise under oath that I'll donate $1 US, just saying, possibly even more if I get to choose the route. Lucas, appreciate you, man. The Brazilian real, right? Or Brazilian, I looked this up last night because my my YouTube was like, what is this guy doing with these super chats? Appreciate you, man. We'll get it there when we get there, man. We'll get there when we get there. Appreciate you. All right. 10 right is the only runway we got available. So what kind of approaches we got? Let's go 10 right here. ILS 10 right. We got Cat 2 and Cat 3, a special authorization. We're not going to do that. The high ILS, we're not going to do that. Okay, so 10 right. Let's pin that one. Looking at the chart here, this is where you want to start to really pay attention for the arrival. If I know I'm coming in here to 10 right, is there any fix on here that can help me identify a arrival chart to get me on 10 right? On this particular case, there's nothing specific here. Like there's no fix other than Scapo that I would see that would clue me in on some type of arrival. So we'll pin this one. That's going to be our planned approach. Now we need to find an arrival. Same goes for the departure and arrival. We can't do anything RNAV today. So anything that says RNAV here, you just got to omit that. So we can do the Helen 6. Let's take a look. This one looks like it's an arrival coming from the north, so we can toss that one out. That only leaves us with one other option, the O City 3. And look, it's coming from the south. That's where we're coming from. Perfect. We're going to pin it. However, we have to select a proper transition to come onto this arrival. So we've got the O City 3, which we know we're going to do. We have two fixes here that we can pick. Klamath Falls, and we've got Rogue Valley. Klamath Falls is an option, but just kind of looking at this direction here, and they're not always to scale. Now, most of the time they're not, and they'll actually say that on the chart. This one might be. But this looks almost a little bit too far east. I'm going to go ahead and plan for the Rogue Valley. OED. So we're going to do Rogue Valley 13.6 OED, and we're going to go back to our en route chart now. So let's go back to our en route chart. Well, now we got to find ourselves that VOR. So looking around here, we got Eugene, Roseburg, RBG. Down here we have another one. Oh, here's those two arrival fixes, Klamath Falls and Rogue Valley. I'm going to add Rogue Valley because I know that's on that arrival. So Rogue Valley has been added to the route. Perfect. So now we've got our off-ramp from our en route. Now we need to figure out what airways are we going to fly out there. So I know my SID is just a vector. Well, I can take a vector to this Oakland airway here. These blue airways are GPS airways. We can't, or RNAV airways. We can't fly those today. So looking at my dotted line of where I want to end up, I think it's safe to say that if we just take this airway here, it would be perfect. So let's go ahead and select Oakland. And I'm actually want to, I don't know how can we select this specific airway? Let's select the Oakland VOR. So we're going to add the Oakland VOR. We're going to add that before the arrival, so that's been added. All right, now we want to select this airway. I think you can add airways. Can we not add airways? No? Okay, so we're going to stay on J3. We're going to keep that up to Red Bluff. Let's add Red Bluff to the VOR, or add the VOR to our flight plan. We want to do this after the Oakland VOR, so we're stay on that airway. So we have Oakland after Red Bluff VOR. So we're going to stay on that airway, and it looks like it auto-linked us up now from the airway all the way back to Rogue Valley. That looks like a pretty good flight plan to me. If we look down here, we could see we have the Gap 7 to Portland, O City 3 arrival. We've got our 10 right approach chart. That looks perfect. Looking up here is our actual route. Oakland. This says direct 143, but we know we're on that airway. In SkyVector or other flight planning software, it'd be easy to just put the J thing in there. J airway, whatever. I don't know if I can do that on this chart, but it's the same thing. We know what we want to do. we got our VORs and Portland. So there is our route. It is planned out, looking good. So now what we'll do is we'll go to our flights, and I want to see if we have, let's go ahead and go to info. I'm going to hide this, hide that. There's no like brief, huh? I can't bring up the briefing for this to get waypoints. I was wondering if I can get the briefing. So I'm done with that, but I want the whole briefing thing here. Oh, come on, this is dumb. Yeah, I copied it manually into SimBrief. So, well, that's pretty lame that that you can't just like have a briefing generated from this. That is the destination. It's already up there. Well, now my question is, why can't I just do the whole briefing for it? Well, hold on. I'll figure it out. Well, it's because I updated it, Gus. It's dumb. If I restart it, now I can do this. And now we can go unload, import from SimBrief. This is the same route that I have. Now we can see the OFP. So you could take that, what we did, and then post it in SimBrief and then file it, I guess, would be the way to do it. Because there's just, I guess there's no way to get this information, which makes sense. This is not a Navigraph function, really. This is a SimBrief function. So once you have your route planned out, throw it in SimBrief, and then it will give you the information that we have here. And then that's going to give us our fixes and our waypoints for our whole route. So why don't you add departure and stars to the plan? We did, Romulus. We did. We picked our departure. We picked the gap 7, and we picked the O City 3. But you remember, you got to start from the outsides in. You don't want to do those first, because you start from the departure and arrival, and then you got to figure out which airway is going to be the best one to get you there. So I never use Navigraph for flight planning. SkyVector is much. Oh yeah, SkyVector is the way to go. However, unless I'm doing a screen capture, it's not very easy to do over the stream. So, and then screen capture with the sim is just kind of funky. So it'd be a good video idea, but not necessarily a streaming idea. All right, so now that we have everything set here, let's highlight our fixes. We're going to be SFO. That'll be our waypoint 1. We're going to omit that. We're going to go to Oakland VOR 2, top of climb. Red Bluff is 3. Rogue Valley is 4. Let's see. This is 10 left. That pretty much brings us in. Where is OED? Rogue Valley. That's the arrival. And then we're going to be pretty much navving in from there. So Rogue Valley, let's put the destination in there as well, Portland. So those will be our waypoints. Now I'm going to draw them out here in a different color. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for our INS. And 5 will be the destination. So we'll back ourselves up with all of this. Going outside in, just like top down on Iveo Premium, I'll never understand top down. Makes 0 sense, man. 0 sense. Top down is dead to me. All right, so there's our plan. We've planned our own route. If we take a look, there's the same. That's exactly what we planned. We're going to Oakland. There's the airway. Red Bluff? Red Bluff or Red Table? Red Bluff. And then on to the arrival into Portland on the O City 3. So our flight planning is done. Let's go ahead and hide this for now.
One question. Are we going to be heavy today? You're my favorite in real life, Captain. But when it comes to the 72, I need to know if I should be in the exit row with a few extra bath bags.
Hey,
Just saying.
Callie Simmer,
Cheers.
appreciate that $10 bank angle check. Appreciate you, Callie Simmer. Well, are we going to be heavy today? I don't think so. I think we are. This is a nice United Airlines 727. We're not doing Aerosucra ops. We got the FAA watching over our shoulder. So I think we're going to be totally within limits today, Callie Simmer. So you can go ahead and take a premium seat, order up a coffee, cafe con leche, a pumpkin spice latte, and you got nothing to worry about today. Now, for the next stream, I can't promise you that because we might have to go revisit the Aerosucra operations since they just hit that low. So we'll hit the door code here. Let's come on down the jet bridge. Ooh, this is nicely modeled here. Into our cargo / hybrid 727. So if you want to do your own flight planning, maybe that gives you an idea how to start. Start from the outside, work your way in, look around for those VORs. You got to figure out how to connect your arrival entry to the airway, and you got to figure out where you want to connect your departure exit point to an en route airway. So, in other words, a civilized flight, indeed. Oh, I didn't know I could move that. Check that out. Okay, let's go ahead and boot this sucker up, shall we? We'll come over here. Let's get the battery switch on. With the battery switch on, we're going to go over to a APU stat. All right, so let's go. We'll do a fire test. Reset once, reset twice, and we will start. Juice it up. Thanks, Lucas. Appreciate another 5 super chat. Ignored. Dude, I'm not ignoring you, man. By 100 reels is $20. Dude, I appreciate that. There's 294 other people here, so I appreciate the support and you wanting to monetarily chat with me, and I do my best. But perpetually doing small chats to grab attention is not going to grant you attention. So I appreciate all the support. I'm glad you like the content. I know you've been around a while. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just trying to say here, let's have a little bit of self-awareness of what's going on, my man. All right? Appreciate you. Max Rank says, if you're flying South America, I'll jump in for that. I love flying down there. Max, coming up next, maybe. I kind of want to go from where we left at Ushuaia and go up towards the airport we flew on the South America tour again, just to revisit it. But I do want to get back. I think I've already figured it out. We're doing our Duke fly-in in Colombia. It's going to be at, I can't think, that airport that we went to with the 727 initially. So that one was, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll be there soon enough, Max. All right, we're up and juiced here with the APU. Yes, we are. So with the APU up on juice, we're going to close the generator. Beautiful. Generator closed. Let's get some lights on. Oh, my goodness, that's bright. Fluorescent lights are extremely bright. Now, this airplane's been updated several times. I do have the... let's turn that fluorescent light off. That's just too much. I have that, what's it called? The oil spill response. And then I started watching YouTube videos on it because I was like, what is this oil spill response thing? It was actually very interesting. But I don't really have a good route or anything for that yet, so... But we'll try it out here soon enough. All right, everything looks good there. We'll do dome red over here. Right panel, we'll get that juiced up. We'll get that juiced up over there. All right, there's our 727 cockpit come to life. We got the windows open. Everything looks good like that. Let's go ahead and pull out our stuff here, our pre-flight. I've already loaded up our weights. All we got to do is start them. So we're going to go ahead and start that. We're going to start that. We'll have to monitor our weights here. Make sure Callie Simmer is going to be okay with our takeoff weights. But I think we should be good. So that's all set. I can get rid of this. I'll pull up the charts page on standby. So until then, let's go ahead and finish an overhead flow. Let's go ahead and test the shaker. That looks good. Coming down here, anti-skid test. We're going to skip all that. Auto brakes are off. This is normal. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. Let's turn on our logo lights. Let's turn on our navigation lights. Ooh, we have a dome light. We'll turn dome light on for a little bit. That looks nice. Probe heaters. They work. Keep those off for now. No smoking is on. Seatbelts is off. We'll test these over here. Test the bulbs. These all look good. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those all look good. Okay, so pull out the standby attitude indicator. I don't know why my yoke is shaking. This happened during an update. Several updates ago, and then it just kind of died. Or, like, the shaky yoke started and never went away, so... Put you in standby. Put you over in the pause position. Now, one other thing we need to do is turn on the radio masters. Radio master 1 and 2. And then we got to turn on this VHF 1. Put you on number 1. Juice up the volume. We're looking good. We do have an auto ATC. Let me throw this in here since we have it early. Auto ATC squawk is 3630. 3630 is set on the auto ATC. Okay, so we're getting there. 727 life. It's not easy. It's a lot of work to get this bird set up for an hour flight, but it's a lot of fun when we're all finished. So I'm going to reset this. Let's bring Navigraph in here. And let's move you over. Beautiful. So we got to set our position, and the way we're going to do this is we're actually going to use the parking gates position. We are at Echo 8, so gates and coordinates. We're going to come down here, boarding area Echo 8, E7, E9, E8, and E10. These are our waypoints here. So let's go ahead and insert these. We're going to be located at north. 3737-1, 3737-1, insert, and also we're going to be at 122-23-1, so west. Make sure I can see this here. I'm going cross-eyed. 122, 122, 23, and it's decimal 1 for our pause. We'll insert that, put you on STS 095. And it's going to... I put this in align mode, right? Now I forget. Yeah, put you in align. And now it's going to begin the align process. So, that's beginning the alignment process. While that's doing the alignment process, we're going to come over here. We're going to turn on the packs. The left pack anyway. So, engine 2, APU bleed. I don't know why this goes on. This looks like it's still borked on the logic there. So, close those. Cooling doors need to be open. Cooling doors need to be open. I can smell that flight deck. Sax Macro, I just got the 7.2 recently, and I never thought I liked it as much as I do now. I love this bird, man. I absolutely love it. It's had some issues with updates. So I got the pack on. I should be able to get APU bleed air. I should have the packs running right now, but I think that's suspect. We'll go galley power on over here. Everything looks good over on this side. Our flight altitude, we're going to set and forget. We're only going to 300. Landing altitude is set. Don't need to mess with the standby. Do a vibe check over here. Engine vibration test. Vibe checks. Mickey G, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Oil spill response is hiring right now, local lights? Dude, I might have to check them out. Oil quantity is all work. That looks good. So, everything is checked. That all looks good. One other thing, let's go ahead and juice up our hydraulics like this, and then we'll come over here. We'll do a rudder test. System B, we'll reset you. And then what we also want to do, check this out. We got to reset those flaps. So I'm going to bring the flap leather down and bring it back up. We're going to suck in those slats like that. Beautiful. So the slats are sucked in. Everything else looks good. We no longer need the hydraulics on the ground. We will close the ground interconnect. We'll leave hydraulic system B off, and we will begin the GSX boarding process. And we can finish backing up our waypoints here in Navigraph. Bleeds are 1, 2, and APU number 3, so you open number 2 bleed. But wouldn't I just, all I want though is I just want the APU bleed. I don't want the engine 2 on right now. But it doesn't matter either way. I don't get any pressure. I should be getting pressure there for the packs. Nope, crew's already on board. So I just don't know why that's it used to work. It's gone backwards. All right. Let's go ahead and put our waypoints in, though. So, Last project uploaded. Zippy, what's up, man? Welcome back in. We're good to go now, dude. Will the MB-11 finally get any more meaningful updates? I don't think so, McAllen. Unfortunately, dude. I was really hoping it would get better, man. I mean, that sound update, while small, was a step in the right direction. But I just don't. I don't see anything else happening, you know. Maybe they're waiting for 24. I guess. I'm not sure. All right, let's load up the. We're gonna back ourselves up here. We're gonna do old school nav, but we're gonna back ourselves up with the INS. So what we do here, now that we have our flight plan already briefed, we already met at the crew planning room, we've done all that good stuff, we need to actually pull up our sim brief OFP. We already highlighted and put our stuff in here. So we're going to skip number 1 because we already put SFO in there. So I'm going to just put a line through there because we already put our position as the gate. So I've actually screwed up our numbers. So can I erase? Are you showing a clear? No. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That way I don't screw myself up. Okay, so we're going to start. Oakland will be our first actual physical waypoint. Okay. Annotations, we're done with you. Annotations are dead to me. Let's go over here. We're going to select waypoint 1, and we got to start loading them in. So that's going to be the Oakland VOR located at north 3743.6. Insert, followed by west, which is preloaded. West 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 4. Insert, waypoint 2. Located north. It's a Red Bluff VOR. 4005.9. Insert, followed by west. 1, 2, 2, 1, 4.2. Insert. Remember, you guys are just as responsible for these entries as I am. So if your airplane starts turning the wrong direction, I can blame you as well. North for Rogue Valley. 4228. 4228.8. Insert, located west 12254.8. Boom. Last waypoint, waypoint 4. Just make sure we're not going to miss anything. This is, before we put in the airport, let's take one more look at that star. We know we're going to be on the O City 3. Is there anything of importance here that we need to put in the INS? So we're going to be navving on VOR nav at Rogue Valley. We'll just join this 345 outbound. There's a Moxie waypoint. There's a couple waypoints that we could put in there. We have a lot of extra. Why don't we put Moxie? We could put these 3 in here. Nah, we'll just identify them by DME. So you can see here, this waypoint is not, we don't have to put this in the INS because we can identify Moxie several ways. We can identify it as 96.2 miles from the Portland VOR because the arrow, see how the arrows say it's going this direction, going southbound, so 96 from there. Or we can identify it from a cross radial 070 off Eugene. So we really don't need to put those in the INS. If you're going to be flying into a high-density ATC environment, which I don't think we're going to have today, or if you're on doing a VATSIM event, God bless you, if flying this sucker in high traffic is a workload, then I would highly suggest that you have all of the waypoints that you can in your INS. But for us today, it's going to be a pretty low-key flight, so I don't think we need to worry about it. Let's just go ahead and put waypoint 4 as the airport. So I'll go ahead and close this chart off. We'll stay as planned. And again, you could always add waypoints en route if you get bored, and you can always add them en route as well, as long as you've already passed them or you haven't got to them yet. So waypoint 4, let's put in the destination. Is going to be located at north 45 or 4535.3, insert, and west 122.358. 122.358. That is the destination on waypoint 4. Excellent. So we're all set to go there. Waypoint 1 is preloaded up. How we looking on the desired track? 0 for 75. Cool. Get rid of Navigraph. You're dead to me now. Up and running. Magic Barrel Ref. A couple other things we can do, though. is plan our radios, and then we can finally sit back and enjoy the loading process. So we're going to be on 122.8. Actually, no, we're not. We got to be on CTAF. Jeez. CTAF, KSFO. 120.5. So let's just change the primary right now, 120.5. That way we can flip over to 22.8. 20.5, 22.8, that's on the COM radio. Nav radios, which are important, back to Navigraph. Go back to... Clear this out. Sounds like Delta's up early this morning. Oakland is going to be 116... 116.8 on the SID. Real quick, San Francisco, our chart SID we had was gap 7. Do we need anything? We do need Sausalito, right, to join a vector perhaps. Might not be a bad idea to join the 350 outbound off Sausalito, or I'm sorry, excuse me, San Francisco 15.8. So we'll put 15.8 on active 1. And then Oakland, VOR, we'll put 16.8 on standby 2. We'll also put Oakland on active 2, so we can join the airway. We'll give ourselves a heading. So the way ATC would do this in real life, they'd give you a heading to join this airway most likely. You'd fly the SID, fly out this way, fly heading, yada yada, intercept J, whatever this is, whatever this airway is right here, which is going to be the 3... I can never... I don't understand why it makes it impossible to see the course line. I want to see the course line, and every time I zoom in, I think that's 343. I think that's the 343 course line. And then Red Bluff will be 15.7 standby. 15.7. So Red Bluff, San Francisco, Oakland, Red Bluff, 343 is the course line we need. So I'm going to prime myself up here so I don't forget. I'm going to put the 350 for Oakland right now, or for San Fran rather. 350. Okay, and then over here, I think his is tied to ours. So what I'm going to do is on the NDB, I'm just going to put 343 as a reminder of the course line. That's how I used to use my NDB radios when we weren't using them. So we put the course line in right here. So I know I don't have to look at my chart, or if my chart falls off during takeoff, slides under the seat or something, I know what course line I need to join when ATC gives me that vector. So 38 minutes of prep time. We had about a 5-minute intro, so 30 minutes we've been prepping hardcore, looking down at the airplane, and we're just now caught up and ready to enjoy some sunrise here at the old San Francisco. Last time I flew an MD-11, I noticed the ATS was behaving strangely, modulating the throttles back and forth, trying to hold speed. Tom, I think I've heard that happening too. I'm not sure why that's happening. I think I just feel like everybody's just hanging on until 24 drops, and not no one, but I don't know if the devs are super interested in fixing their 2020 planes right now, the ones that are bugged, because they're just looking to 24. You know, I'm going to be very interested if the iFly Max is going to charge for an update for 24. I would expect most devs to charge an update, you know? I would expect that, because they got to do work to make it work with the sim. Money makes the world go round. As a consumer, of course, everybody wants everything for free. I wish there would be, no charge. Everything should work in the new sim, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I think it'll be very interesting. I think the light will be shined upon some devs when you start seeing a bugged product in 2020 and then a charged update for 24. Then it will all make sense of why they ghosted the project in 2020, because they were working on the 24 and they wanted to cash out twice instead of just waiting for 24 and cashing out once and doing it right. We'll see. That's all speculation on my end, but I mean, devs like Fenix, I fully expect them to charge for a 24 update. I don't know if they will, but money makes the world go round, y'all. We'll see what happens. I'm okay with a 999 update. A set more, I don't know. And that's and you know, it's all unknown. Everything is speculation right now. We don't know what will work, what won't work. If you're a dev that doesn't have marketplace add-ons, I guess you don't even have the sim right until everyone else gets it. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, I'll tell you that. What is the buzzing sound? It comes from the airplane every so often. Been bugging me, David. I don't know what that is, but there is the clicking sound. Everything is from the vacuum system for the standby. But every now and then you hear that like fade in, right? That and then it fades out. I don't know if that's some like Gasper fan buildup or pressure. I don't know what that is, but I hear it too. It's a mystery sound. I'll pay whatever Fenix asks. PMDG on the other hand, ... We'll see, Tony Johns. We'll see. Lucas says FSS confirmed an upgrade, a fee for the 7.2 if it takes a lot of work. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I 100% can expect it. We all thought, I mean, look what happened with X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12, right? Who didn't charge an update for 12? Pretty sure everybody did, right? Anyone just get a little puffs of smoke out of the tail instead of the solid effect? Not sure why V1 had some of the puffs of smoke. You talking about for when we're up and running? I'll have to take a listen. There goes the door. Oh, look, there goes the cargo door. So we're the United Combi today. Looks like our slats leaked back out. Now this livery is actually, look at the wing texture. This guy juiced it up here. I know we're hijacking a cargo freighter to make it a 727 passenger, but this wing looks pretty juiced. Imagine a nice window texture around here. I really hope FSS is working hard for the passenger variant for 2024. I really am, because I enjoy this airplane. It's got some quirks to it right now, no doubt, but I think it'll be, I think if they just keep their head down, I think they can do it, man. We're going to set heading bug. We're departing on runway 01, right? So we'll set about 010 on the heading. Magic Barrel ref is updated. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to auto nav. Boom. So then when I put this into nav, waypoint 1, distance and time, 0 to 1. Beautiful. We all look good there. I'm ready to start closing up shop. Let's go ahead and come back over here. Let's get one fuel pump on in each tank. That looks good. We'll do hydraulic system off for pushback, so that's normal. We don't need to do anything else over there. I'm trying to remember. For start, we need to open up these. We need to turn the packs off. You can see now we get our pressure building for engine start. We're going to do a power back today, because is there any other way to do a power back? Is there any other way to back off the gate than do a power back in a 727? No, there's not. We're going to turn off galley power for engine start. APU is primary. APU is primary. I think we have a forward entry door. So what I want to do is operate jetway here. I'm not going to do prepare and pushback. We're going to operate jetway. Hopefully they'll pull that jet bridge off. Looks like they are. Not sure if you saw this. Republic got back to me and put me in touch with someone directly, going to see if they will have a meeting with me to go over things. Zippy, that's awesome, dude. Well, keep me updated, man. Keep me updated, my man. Could you imagine if Zippy makes his way to the USFA Cali summer? Can the US handle the Zippy Zap on Cali? I'm not sure. Look at that. That is so cool. The sun coming through the windows, man. I love it, dude. I love it. All right. I feel like I'm missing stuff. We should probably run a checklist. I haven't flown this airplane in a long time, so let's just browse. Gears, start levers, altimeters, clocks, yada, 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 yada. Oh, yeah, seatbelt sign could be important. Let's turn you back on. Seatbelt sign is on. Cup assist slab, radios, departure, we did all that. Logbook, check. Emergency power is off. Alternate flaps are off. Stall warning, we didn't check. We kind of did. Engine anti-ice, all that's off. Anti-skid, check it is off. Comparator, don't know. Jeep whiz, flight instruments, yaw dampers, spoilers, takeoff warning, stab trim, flight director, trim tabs. Okay, so what I do need to do for trim, we're going to open up this sucker. We're going to go to our pre-flight weights. We're going to verify our gross weight is 166.2. Let's go to the takeoff page. We're doing runway 1 left for departure. Flaps 15. Let's do flaps 15 for cinematic purposes. We'll sync the weather. Set EPR and trim. Max takeoff weight. Runway max have 173, so we're below that, Cali Simmer. Pour yourself another mimosa this morning because we're underweight. We'll go ahead and set speeds as well. 34, 34, 48 is set. Wonderful. Go back to the charts page. We'll go ahead and get rid of this one. I've got my taxi diagram already primed up and ready to go here. We're going to be blasting off 7 Bravo. We'll taxi around on Bravo to runway 1 left. We'll go ahead and get rid of you. That looks good. All that, and I think we're close enough to start. So let's get rid of the checklist. Let's turn the beacon on. Let's verify over here on the flight engineer panel. We are closed up. We got the APU running. Let's go ahead and start them up. And San Francisco Traffic United 357. We're going to do a startup and power back here at Echo 8, San Francisco Traffic. Here we go. Engine start switches are up. Blackbird controls cam is up. Blackbird control 727 levers are up and running. Let's go ahead and ground numero trace. Rotation. See, started out of the open. 10%. Turn up the sim sounds. 20% N2. Fuel on. There's our light off. Oop, just hit my mic. I know it gets too loud, so I'll close the windows. I just wanted y'all to hear this start up. Blackbird Controls gifting the 10 memberships. Blackbird Controls, my man. I appreciate the love and support here on the channel. I appreciate you, Blackbird Controls. If you pick up a membership from Blackbird Controls, you might as well go buy a Blackbird Control throttle lever set right now. Head over to the website, !Blackbird. He's got 737 MAX levers and 727 levers, which we are rocking right now. Absolutely love them. Thank you, Blackbird, for the support, my man. I appreciate you. All right, let's deafen ourselves one more time, and then I'll close the windows, I promise. Grounding 1. I know it's loud, but I love it. We got rotation. Out of that open. 20% N2. Fuel on. Light off. Tinnitus? Never heard of her. What? I know, I'm going to start yelling here pretty soon. I'm going to close the window, I swear. %. So have a good start. Let's close them up. All right, we're closed up. Number 3, here we go. We'll close those, close those. Started out of the open. Look at that old school beacon. I love that. 20% N2. Fuel on. Ground crew's ears are bleeding. Gotta love the 727, man. Love the combo of deafening roar and ear-piercing scream when a 7.2 blasts over your head. I know, Tom. I miss it. I need more of it, man. All right, so it looks like we got 3 good starts. We'll go ahead and close that off. Let's go probe heats on. Let's come over here so we don't overjuice the APU. We're going to go generator 1. And we're synced. Close. No, we're not. What's happening here? Generator 1. Essential Gen 1. Generator 1. Uh-oh. Oh, it's off. We got to sync them up. No wonder it was kicking it offline. All right, Gen 2 is synced. I totally forgot. We got to synchronize them here. All right, Gen 2 and 3 are synced. So now we go 2, 3. You're going to stay on 2. Essential Gen 2. Remaining fuel pumps are coming on. That looks good. We'll do 1 hydraulic system on the electrical. Back over here, we'll go engine 2 bleed and APU bleed stay off. The packs can come on. Coming down to our APU, we will turn you off. APU will be shut down. So I believe we are all set up. What's today, even or odd? Today is an odd day, so we'll have the B pump off. A pump is on. All right, I think that all looks good to me. Now, I still don't know why we don't have pressurization here. I think that's a bug, but we have our packs on, our bleeds on from the air, so we should be good to go. Lucas, thanks for 5 gifted memberships, man. I appreciate you, Lucas. Lucas and Mitchell Taylor dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you both. Mitchell and Lucas, you guys are awesome. Thank you all for the support. Really appreciate that. Very, very kind. All right, brakes are off. Let's do a power back. I think we still have chocks on real quick. Let's pull the chocks. Aircraft. Chocks and cones are removed. You guys ready?
7 Cisco Throttletek, Redwood 104, starting push and start.
Come on, baby. It might be too heavy. Oh, no. We might be too heavy. Check the parking brake. Oh. I forget how, oh, yeah, it's on my thing. I have it bound. Duh. Thank you. Hey, parking brakes are dead to me. That's okay. We get to hear reversers again. Smash the like button if you like hearing reversers. Here we go. There she goes. We'll just go straight back. Put it at a little bit of an angle. A little bit of forward thrust. Stopped. Brakes are set. Alright, power back is complete. Doing flaps 15 for juice. 2, 5, 15, set. Parking brakes are overrated. How much money was that reversal? A lot. Love those flap sounds, man. Thank you, FSS. Flaps and slats are out. We are 15. Check. Let's go ahead and do that. Takeoff config. Checked. Let's roll. Let's go ahead and get the taxi light on. We're out of here. San Francisco Traffic United 357 to taxi runway 1 left, San Fran. Here we go. If you're going to power back, be a man and go to the line. I guess I should have, huh? That's all right. We got the tiller. We can turn our way out.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
You promised V1 about not being too heavy. Let me off this death trap. Just
Oh.
kidding. I think.
We're okay as long as we don't clip any personnel over here with our turnaround here. Callie Simmer, thanks for a $5 bank angle check. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Hey, I was just testing. I was making sure you were still paying attention. We're good. I confirmed the weights with First Officer Slustavo. He said we're underweight, but he didn't do the conversion between kilos and pounds, so it's anybody's guess if we're actually underweight. All right, there we go. Look at this beauty. Come on, you can't tell me that flying twin-engine airplanes is better than that. That is a shot and a half right there. Tri-jet for the win. All right, let's take it out here. We're going up to runway 1 left. Taxi checklist. Let's see. Brakes are checked. Let's do a flight control check. That's pretty important, right? That looks good. Let's go ahead and go outside. Check our elevator. Rudder. We're good. We are good. I know Gus likes the fluoride light. Too much. Let's brighten these up a little bit here, though. Just as the sun is rising. Oh, that's beautiful. Tom, you might need to pick this thing up. Dude, I love this thing, man. It's a love-hate relationship because I feel like this airplane has gone from release is pretty good, and then it took a step backwards. Then another update had it come forward. Then an update had it come forward, but it took 2 steps back again. It's kind of been battling the update cycle. So we haven't flown it in quite a while. This is the latest version. We'll see how this one handles today. We'll stay on the inner as we go around here. We desperately need new Portland scenery? Really? I don't think so. We got the flight beam up there. That's what we're going to. A380 for Southwest. Yep. Joe Plains, what's up, Mr. Chicago? Yeah, it's the cargo version. But if I don't go into the cargo compartment,
2282 lining up for 1 left.
You'll never know. Tom, take it easy, man. Two sausage dogs and a biscuit. 2 sausage dogs and a basset hound. I thought it's a biscuit. I do love basset hounds. I love all hound dogs. Any opinions on 24 integrating Lido data and charts native? No idea about that, but I did hear that Boeing is getting ready to sell Jeppesen or something.
Throttletek, Redwood
Or
104.
something like that.
Ready for taxis. We're runway 1 left. We'll wait the 727 train on active as you pass by and follow it.
Copy that. Thanks for catching insight. All right, there's the Redwood up there. Look at this. Look at this beautiful morning in San Francisco, huh? I can smell the coffee. The coffee and the marine layer. I can smell the marine layer mixed with coffee and oil and grease. Do a Magic Barrel ref update real quick. Okay, we're looking good. We'll do a no flight director takeoff. Remember, the flight director is completely independent of the aircraft and what it's doing. So we'll do a flight director off takeoff. We'll just fly the airplane. I might get to practice de-icing a 7.2. Man, Joe Plains, if you can get some pictures, I don't know how legal it is for what the situation that you gotta do, but if you get some pics, man, post them in the Discord. There goes an unknighted A320 over there. Spoozy, the classic Iveo stuff. Speak with Team Vodka in the Discord if you can. He's the traffic guy. I'll check him out, Joe Plains. I will, dude. Jason says it's starting to sink in that I have to spend $2,000 to run 2024. My 1070 isn't going to cut it. Jason, 1070 is a great card. I had a 1070 for a long time. But I would be inclined to agree with you there that it's probably fast approaching retirement age for the 1070 card. The only thing I don't like about this airport is like these the stoplights there. They look like beach balls inflating out of the concrete. I don't know if that's a Microsoft thing. If that can be fixed or what. Because when you get closer, like maybe they don't look as bad. I'm not sure. All right, let's think about our takeoff checks here. We're going to go ahead and get all our lights on. Wing logo, all those lights are set. Our transponder is on TARA, even though we don't have TCAS, which is spicy. San Francisco traffic in at 357, departing runway 1 left, San Fran. When I go over to the flight engineer panel, we're going to put you into flight mode. We're ready to go.
San Francisco traffic after departure 727, Redwood 104, we'll line up at
Welcome to Private Pilots, sir. Glad to have you on board, man. Just the sound of the whining JT8Ds out there. Wing view lineup? I don't think I can do it in a 7.2. We went way too far. Nose wheel's like right under your feet in this thing, isn't it? That wasn't too bad. Who's ready?
Good look, and we are all counting on you.
Yeah, me too. We'll do a quick flight control double check here. Okay, elevators, rudders are working. So, spool them up 50. Yoga's in chat. We're looking for 1.99 on the EPR. 1.99. Let's go. Yoga's in chat. Brace for everything. Here we go. Set thrust. Way too far on number 1 and 3. Bring it back. Power set. Yeah, see, outside stouts still need work. Not worth getting off center line for. Gear up, fly with. Oh, that's juice. 20 degrees. Start a slight left turn out of 400 feet. Looking for heading 350. Or joining the 350 radial. There's 1,000. We'll lower the nose. Bring power back. Set our own climb thrust. We're not going to use the flight engineer HEPR bugs. You can see our radial is coming in here. We're going to join that 350 course outbound. San Francisco traffic in at 357 out of 1.7 out to the northwest last call. San Fran traffic. 160. Flaperones 5. Rolling cold, baby. That's right. Calcimer, woo, made it. Watch out for the mountains. Will do. Let's come back to the right here. Flaps 2. Look at the slat. Look at those outboard slats moving in. Watch that. The slats go in, man. That airplane need to retrim for sure. All right, looking for approximately 92 on the thrust here. I'm going to reset power. Give myself a little bit more juice. There's 250 knots. I'll pitch for that. Power is set now. 92. We'll increase that pitch. Clean her all the way up. A little late on that. All right, we're 250. We're looking good on the outbound. Now what we need to do is...
San Francisco traffic, Redwood 104, starting takeoff row on the trunk 4 departure.
There was us that last bit of flap. So now we're just look at that San Fran. Oh, that's juice. I was going to say we got to get ready to intercept the Oakland radial, but let's look at this. That looks awesome. Speeding. Yeah, once we get cleaned up, she speeds. So, we know we want to intercept the Oakland 16-8, course 343. Reminded myself there, right? So let's select 343. We can come to the left a little bit here. Let's go about 360 on the heading to join that radial. Our heading bug is about 010, so we'll do about 010. We'll put the landing gear off. 250 on the speed, about a 010 to join. We're at a 7 thou. A little bit more back pressure there. About 15 degrees should get us back down below 250 K knots. Now that's a sight for the ages. Old School United over San Fran. San Francisco Bridge back there. Golden Gate Bridge. Sightseeing, aviating, navigating comms. Exactly. Look at that. Wish I could pick up that bridge a little bit more. Need a 5 series GPU. Alright, let's verify things are doing what they need to be doing. Cabin is climbing, that's good. Everything looks pressurized. Fuel looks good. We're at 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn these off. Lights coming off, taxi lights coming off, runway turn off lights. We got strobe nav beacon. Wing and logo can come off. Smoke them if you got them. Seatbelt sign should still be on though. Forgot those. It's alright. We'll lower that nose maybe about 8 degrees there. Accelerate. And I want to run my speed target bug. We'll pitch for about 270-ish here in the climb out. We'll do that. I'm going to sync my heading bug up to about 360. Let's get our flight director on. We'll go flight director in heading mode and pitch mode. About like that. You can see our DME 2. We are 15 miles from the Oakland VOR. The course line is alive. We got to intercept this radial outbound. Once we intercept it, we'll update our INS. We'll see where we're going. I think she is hung on 0 to 1 still because we're not flying directly to the waypoint 1. So once we get on course, we'll then redirect our INS to put us direct to the next fix, and we'll stay on the VOR nav. Fernando, I'm running real turb, but Rex Atmos is dead. This is default sim right now. Default sim, everything on ultra, except except real turb. All right, here comes the course line. We can put you in VLOC mode. We're going to track that 343 outbound. Sync my heading bug up here. Kind of ignoring the flight director there. It seems to be lagging. It wants me to go more to the right, but should update here.
San Francisco Traffic United 1097, 5 miles from the field, ILS 28 left, San Fran.
Ooh, someone's coming into San Fran. We'll go back over to Unicom. 22.8 is up. All right. Let's go ahead and relieve some pilot workload. So let's go ahead and select engaged, altitude, arm, nav loc, IAS hold for now. So we're IAS holding about 280-ish knots. We are nav loking. VOR loc, kind of hard to see here with the sun coming through the cockpit. Altitude select, we have armed 300. Let's check our power settings here. Getting a little bit.
Crossing 17,500.
Bring them back just a hair. Should be in that green there. We'll keep them in the green. Out of 17,500, Magic Barrel Ref update at 18 thou. Now, 29902 is set across the board. Ladies and gentlemen, full screen cam is coming back on. And that's how you take a 727 off out of San Francisco from flight planning room to airborne. How long has that been? We've been live for almost 1 hour. It took us an hour to get airborne from full flight planning full INS prep, and we're up through 18,000 feet. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Look at that. Great flying airplanes, bad streaming airplanes. Any chance of the real turb settings? Sep, I'm using whatever Blackbox posted. I think it's like 80, 80, 80, and then all the sounds and everything are off. This is my first flight in the 727 with real turb though. So I don't know what, if I need to change the settings at all or not. Some people say you gotta change the settings to make them a little better per aircraft, but right now I think everything seems fine. Does this bird do the INS triple mixing, DME updating? It does. I don't know if it does triple mixing. It does do a DME update. What we need to do though is we are going away from Oakland though, so let's update our box like you just reminded me. So I'm going to bring up Navigraph. So we never flew over Oakland, right? Because we're flying the old school nav. So we hit Oakland. We're over here somewhere. I know you can turn on SimLeak, but that's cheating. I mean, this is old school, man. I wish I could have paper charts so I could show you paper chart sim. Maybe that should be my next channel, paper chart simulations. We need to go to RBL, so let's update our INS. I believe we put that as waypoint 2, but let's go back to our OFP and verify. That's why I like to number them. Red Bluff right here is waypoint 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a waypoint change 02. That's a direct to insert. So now we have 100 miles, and you can see desired track about 360. That checks out 100 miles there. Let me close the Navigraph, and if we look at our DME, let's put Red Bluff in our native DME, which was, what was the freak for Red Bluff? 15.7? Yeah, 15.7. So watch this. I'll flip you over to 15.7, and now we have our VOR DME should be close to 100, right? There's 96. We're showing 96 on the INS. So we've updated our INS now to give us a direct to Red Bluff. We're still navving through traditional means here. Wow, I can't see my instruments because of sun reflection. Gosh, I love it. Oh, that looks so good though. That actually isn't a bad wing. Dedicated classic panels channel. Classic planes channel, yes. The term chemtrails is true to form with this bird. We are trailing something. Actually, it looks like the smoke kind of dissipates as you climb up. That's cool. Blackbox 711 stream when? I haven't seen Blackbox in a minute doing streams. We're going to see what he's up to. Flu planes seem way more sensitive to real term than others. That's good to know, J-Foot. I'll keep an eye on that. I haven't messed with the settings yet, but so far I like these. Blackbird Controls, not to be confused with the Black Box, my man. Thank you for the $10 super chat. 2 orders shy of our 100th order. All thanks to you, my friend. Wouldn't be here without you and this awesome community. Blackbird Controls, thank you so much for a $10 super chat. All right, who are the next 2 orders that are going to put Blackbird over 100 orders, huh? Check these puppies out. I've made a dedicated shorts video to both of them, the 7.3 and the 7.2 levers. If you guys fly any 3-holer, 7.2, I use these on the MD-11 as well. I love them. Just, you got to pick them up. If you're into Honeycomb Bravo mods, go through Blackbird, because the other stuff that I've bought out there on the internet is just not up to snuff, man. Go through Blackbird. I really love his 7.3 levers. They work great for the Max, because right now the Max doesn't have an auto thrust lockout, and it causes me to have weird issues with the auto throttle when I use my replica Quadrant. So I'm forced to use the Honeycomb when I fly the Max until they get an update out. And I tell you what, flying it with the Blackbird levers was awesome. So, love these. Full size, great quality, and it makes thrust manipulation and management much easier, because when you have a short lever, it's harder to be precise with small movements. And airplanes that are sensitive to precise movements of the thrust, it's a big deal. Like the 727, if you get behind on the power thrust curve here with this puppy, I mean, you can stall it and put it in the dirt. It's just kind of unforgiving. So you don't want to get behind. You got to be precise. We took this airplane into, I don't know why the stream got taken down. It's such a bummer. When we flew into Ponce, flying this puppy on the circle, coming around the hill there, crucial to have fine, precise power control for that turn. So I appreciate you, Blackbird. Thank you so much, man, for all the support that that you've shown to the channel, and I'm glad that Blackbird Controls has taken off, pun intended. B1, would you recommend the FSS E-Jets? You know what's funny, Hamish? I was just thinking we should fly those this week. I haven't flown them since the last time we flew them, and it's been a couple months, maybe even longer. I'll tell you what, Hamish, I enjoy flying the E-Jets. Some people don't. Some people have an axe to grind with no VNAV and no custom FMS, and I understand. It's understandable. We were told we were getting custom FMS and VNAV, but with that said, I still have fun flying the E-Jets. So it's entirely, I mean, I can't sit here and say, yeah, you 100% have to get them, they're 100% worth it. All I can tell you is when I fly the E-Jets, I have fun. I like the model, I like the sounds. There are some quirks to them. You just got to fly them differently. And here's the thing, the E-Jets, the Embraer jets, 170s, 175s, 190s, 195, they are not, you can't fly them, even if they are fully functioning, right, with VNAV and custom FMS. If you try to fly an E-Jet like a 737 or an Airbus, you're going to have issues. So a lot of the, is this a bug or a feature stuff comes up when you get to E-Jets, because unless you know how to do what you're trying to do in E-Jet world, you can confuse it with Boeing or Airbus world, and you cause issues that would happen in the real airplane because you're not doing it correctly. So watch some of my older videos if you want to see some more stuff on that. I did a tutorial flight. We were in Honolulu, I believe. We were flying the Mokulele livery, and we flew the E-Jet in Hawaii, and that was a short tutorial. How to do your vertical planning with the tools available and not having VNAV. When that airplane gets VNAV, I'll tell you this, it's going to be very boring to fly, because you can literally set the bottom altitude on the approach fix and just go walk away. The airplane will climb up to cruise, descend, do the approach, slow down. Someone's got to put the flaps out for you. But it is a highly, highly automated airplane. So I actually kind of enjoy the lack of VNAV. I know it sounds bad, and I've been called a some type of bug apologist or feature apologist. I don't know what it is, because I have fun with them. I mean, okay, I could care less, dude. If I have fun with an airplane, I'm going to tell you I have fun. I'm not going to tell you, oh, this airplane sucks, even though I'm having a ton of fun in it. I can tell you straight up if it's fun or not for me. We're going to lock it in here, about 300 on the K knots. So this is your auto throttle. We're going to engage it. Now, not every 7.2 had auto throttle. However, it was an option on some aircraft. We have it enabled on us today. Remember, if you engage the auto throttle, depending on, it's really only recommended for cruise. Some weren't certified for approach, some were. I just tend to use it for a cruise flight. You start descending with the auto throttle, you can run into some issues. But right now, if you want to use auto throttle, make sure you use, this is the only speed bug you care about, is that little red one. So we're locked in at 300 knots. You can see the auto throttle doing auto throttle things. Looks like a smooth ride up here. Let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. Galley Simmer can breathe freely. And we are 44 miles from the Red Bluff VOR. And if I look at the Red Bluff VOR outbound, I'm just going to get the, let's pull this up here. We're going to stay ahead of the airplane, right? Always stay ahead. I can't figure out what that course line says. 3 Navigraph. Why? All these updates and all this stuff that they have is great, but why can't I see the freaking course line? Navigraph is going to be dead to me until they fix this. Is that 309? Why can't I see that course line? Is it on a low chart I can see better? Nope. That is the most ridiculous thing. I think that says 329. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go. We might switch it into INS mode. Click the middle point of the line. The middle point of the line. It brings up a direct here. But I want to go direct. What if I click on Red Bluff? Will it tell me the airways? No. Deselect the route tab. That still shows, it's still there. The middle of the line between points has a tab with course. The middle of the route. Well, this just tells me 335 degrees, but how do I know that that's the actual airway? You know? I'll set 335. But how do I know that that's just not a direct? Because right now, technically it's Oakland Red Table direct to OED. So technically, that is not the course line of 335. Open the magnifier app on Windows. Hey, Rod, you tell me you could read that. Look, I tell you what, our real charts do the same thing though. But this is so annoying. We'll set 335, but that's stupid. But they need to fix that. That's like this. If you don't have the course, even when you zoom in, it just keeps disappearing. 339. Can you guys read that? SkyVector says 330. Okay, we'll use 330 on the SkyVector. I trust SkyVector. So we're going to select a 330 course line. Let's preemptively load the next VOR of 13.6 as well. So remember, we're staying ahead. First and foremost, let's preload what I say, 13.6 for the next VOR. You're set up. We're tracking to Oakland on 15.7. We could put you primary for the outbound. We'll flip over here, and then so we're set up. And we know it's going to be 330 according to SkyVector. So 330 is set. 13 miles. We're getting ready to switch over anyway. Realism confirmed. And that's annoying. Thank you, Gus. Oh, look at that view. Oh, look at that view. Come on. If you guys like 727 stuff, please hit the like button because I want to do more 727 flights. But nobody wants to watch them. I just don't understand how that is not more juicy. Look at that. Greetings from Australia, retired 7576FO. Awesome, Mark Pierce. Well, welcome on board. Or should I say, good day, mate. Anyone know why my RJ is snapping out of autopilot on climb at 5,000? Ooh, Exile. No, are you talking about the RJ like 85 to 146 RJs? Snapping out of autopilot on climb. Check for duplicate bindings, number 1. And then make sure you don't have anything crit. Like, are you just climbing out on a heading or something? Are you trying to stall it? Swim and climb says I do V1. It's my kind of aircraft. Gabriel Run. Oh, yeah. I'd like to see a Vickers VC-10. You know what, Swim and climb? I would like to see a VC-10 too. That would be kind of cool. Maybe Just Flight will do one. Whoa, Alexandra Bellini dropping 20 gifted memberships to the channel. Oh my goodness, let me pause the alert box here. I can't get over there, it's lagging out. Alexandra Bellini, thank you for a massive 20 gifted memberships. Very, very kind. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you to support the channel, Alexandra Bellini. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you pick up a membership from Alexandra Bellini, make sure you shout her, or excuse me, shout him out and say thank you. All right, now we had this issue before. We're going to go turn knob, heading select, engaged. Okay, good. We're heading select. Now we're going to go ahead and move our course line to, what do we say, 330? 330. Outbound. Wonderful. Navloc. Ooh, that was aggressive. We're tracking the 330 outbound. Beautiful. But Alexander Bellini, thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. Massive 20 gifted membership. One of us. Chat is green. Chat is green indeed. So awesome. Let's find ourselves a... Oh, look at this. This is going to be the shot, guys. This is going to be the shot. Yep, I'll turn the sounds down just a little bit. I need to lower it just a hair. Nope. Yep, that's the angle with the sun and the clouds. Oh, just beautiful. All aboard the membership. 20 gifted. Massive. 40 new members on this stream. Thank you so much. Chat is green except for my wifey one. AJ, I actually, it's funny, dude. I looked at her app. Okay, so this is what's interesting, too. I want you guys let me know what you see in your app if you're using the mobile app. So, number one, AJ, I checked. I didn't see anything where it say, like, not allowed or anything, but who knows. It also said that her membership expired this month. So, I'm wondering if YouTube inhibits people from getting duplicate gifts, you know, within the same month. Maybe. I think we've seen that. Before, so that could be it. But here's the other thing: on her YouTube app, on my wife's YouTube app, when I go to my channel and I look at the memberships, it shows $3.99 for private pilot and $7.99 for commercial pilot. That's not what I have on my settings. On my actual YouTube channel, it's supposed to charge $5.99 and $1.99 respectively for commercial and private pilot. So I don't know why her YouTube app is charging more than what I have slated to charge, because I guarantee you YouTube has taken 30-40% of that. So yeah, she has Apple. Yeah, she has an iPhone. Can't enable gift receiving on the app. Oh, McAllen, that might be it. Yeah, it was on an iPhone. It was on an iPhone. Yeah, her name was, yeah, it was, I don't know. That's Apple upcharging? What? That's crazy. I didn't know that. I've been trying to think of a massive overhaul for that whole setup, but we'll see. We'll see what 2025 brings. My lease is up here next month for the channel, so we'll see. We shall see. Alexandra Bellini, whoa! Your 20th super chat and 300, let me get it right, real to the channel. Alexandra Bellini, on top of your 20 gifted membership. I can't thank you enough. That is, let's get some positive rates. Let's get some positive rates in chat for Alexandra Bellini. Thank you so much for the support. That's just incredible. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're enjoying the content, and I know you've been around the channel for quite some time. I see the wings on there, so I appreciate all the support. Even is getting funded by the Brazilians at this point. All of them except Gus. Although Gus, looks like Gus has some new wings there too. He's got the V1 status bars. Not quite to Alexandra Bellini levels of dedication, but appreciate you. V1 has to fly the E-Jets now. Well, I'll tell you what. E-Jet stream or Duke stream next? What would you guys rather see? E-Jet, hold on. Let's do a poll right now. I'm going to start a poll. I don't know. I don't think the stream will be tomorrow because I got to get some stuff set up at the house. And we have company coming for the holidays. So I want to get all that stuff done this week so that next week we can literally fly Microsoft 2024 for 3 days straight, you know. So I want to get that done. So I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. But whenever the next stream is, I'm going to put these in the chat for you guys. Pick E-Jets, Duke, F-28, or I don't want to put the Fenix because you guys will vote for it. Actually, no, we would have to do Phoenix. I'd have to prep for my real-world flight to Cancun. Phoenix real-world prep. I guarantee you this is going to win. Because you guys are something in y'all are crazy. Phoenix real-world prep flight to Cancun. All right. Vote away. So I'm only doing one flight this month, and it's to Cancun and back. And I haven't flown in quite some time, so we would have to prep it. All right, let's make sure everything. We are going 0 to 2. Why are you going? Are you not in auto? Hold on. 6.4. 55. It's going up. 6.5. So we're not in auto changeover, are you? So I think I've noticed this before. I think I need to go auto back to manual. I'm going to waypoint change 03 insert. There we go. 89 miles. And we're tracking outbound. Let's put you on 13.6. Picking up the second VOR already. So we're looking good. Oh, wow. Look at that view. Trying to get a little bit, maybe a little bit more over the center of the wing. That's the juice right there. All right. Can't remember if any dev made a DC9. Oh, I remember the Cool Sky. Ooh, Matt 738. Dude, that's going back, man. The Cool Sky. So I love hearing these old school names brought up again. We did Project Open Sky, or POSCI was brought up the last stream. The Cool Sky DC9. Love it, man. More than one Brie is Reyes. Al Loper, good to see you, man. If you want to purchase memberships or even YouTube Premium, go directly to the YouTube website or use an Android phone. But through Apple, that's crazy. I had no idea. No idea. Look ahead. The significant weather shows tops above 300. Gus says we might have significant weather above. It sure looks like it, Gus. I think we're going to go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign on. Callie Simmer, you need to return to your seat and go ahead and order yourself another mimosa because we're about to go straight into the middle of it. Ain't nobody got time to go around. Oh, though, look at that shot. Oh, why are we turning aggressively? We should be in nav mode. Why are we turning aggressively? Stand by. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to do this. We're going to go 13.6 active. They fixed the lights, so that works. 13.6. Nav me direct to this VOR, please. I think that we had a wind shift there. So 13.6, we're going direct to that that other waypoint. We've kind of come off airway just a little bit. But verifying everything on. We are out cell, nav loc. We're locked in. So we are navving. We're going 13.6, 69 miles and closing. So we're looking okay. We're doing it right. We're doing it right. Don't mind me, I'm a bit tipsy with these mimosas as I weave my way to the seat. Oh no, and Seattle Center just pinged us. 35:45, uh-oh. Pete's flying to Haiti. Hold on, Seattle Center, 35:45. Things are about to get spicy. 35:45 is up. What's a mimosa? McAllen. Please tell me you're kidding. Actually, you've been reflowed to Papa. No more Cancun. No. All right, what did you guys vote for? Wow, you actually voted for E-Jets? I am surprised. I am very surprised. All right, let's call this up. Because that's how the old school plane corrects the wind variation. It seems like it. Now yeah, and we'll see. Well, this guy's probably going to yell at us for being off airway. What's the width of the airway? 20? Is it 20, Gus? We're en route. That seems much. 10? I think it's 10. 10 on each side? Seattle Center, good afternoon. United 357, level 300. Verify. 35:45? 35:45. That's set. Let's double check our other radio. 35:45.
United 357, Seattle Center, ident.
Can we ident in this thing? Ident, United 357. Can we ident in the 7-2?
Delta 1392, Seattle Center, squawk altitude, please.
I couldn't figure out if we could ident. Blackbird, I voted for the F-28. I was secretly hoping the F-28 Next pole, which continent?
Wait. At 357 radar contact, 51 miles south of the Red Valley VOR. Welcome.
That's us, 357. How you doing? All right, so that's us. 50 miles, 30,000 feet. We are in
Good,
TARA,
are you?
right? Yeah. Yeah, we're TARA. All right, set. I found the ident, Gus. Thank you. All right. First off, can we just have a moment of silence for McAllen not knowing what a mimosa is? Second off, let's change this poll up. So, tight race. Looks like F-28 is unpopular, which is... how is the F-28 that unpopular? So what we're going to do is we're going to redo it. We're going to do E-Jets, Duke, and Fenix. This will be the final. It's going to be down to 3. Process of elimination. So E-Jets, Duke, and Fenix. That's the final. You'll stick with your juicy scotch then. Blackbird, I don't know why no one else voted for it, man. I don't know why anyone wanted to fly those E-Jets over the Duke. Yeah, I don't know either, Bomb Tech. Duke is, the Duke is quite the impressive airplane. Swim and climb, we would do Duke Piston. We'd do a Duke Piston fly-in to, what was the airport? Not Masatena. I think I can find it on the chart. VFR. I don't have VFR sectionals. Oh, I don't have VFR sectionals in Columbia. Somewhere in the mountains. I can't find it. Man, look at that cloud, though. That looks good. Rex Atmos who? I don't... I pick E-Jets because I'm familiar as a passenger, no idea what a Duke is. The Duke is the piston Duke. It's twin piston prop.
Seattle Center.
Manizialis, I think, yes.
Redwood 104, flight
Blackbird
level
says I took away the F-28 and I'm going Duke.
65 miles
Survey
out of Rogue Valley
says,
VOR.
man, everyone still wants the E-Jets. I was trying to pull my way out of the E-Jets.
Redwood 104, Seattle Center, radar contact, welcome.
I guess we're doing
Radar contact,
E-Jet.
Redwood 104. Thank you, sir.
Oh, we have hey, Slustavo's on the radio. Let's see if he gets read the riot act going into Seattle today. Yeah, Bradley, I'm thinking I might do the same thing. You know what, Mr. Saturday? We could take instead of a Duke fly-in, we could do the E-Jet fly-in. We took the 727 in there. The airport that I'm thinking of, we flew in there, and in real world, they only take in the, was it ATR? Or they take in the Q? So it only takes turboprops, but I bet you we can get the E-Jet in there. Maybe we should do an E-Jet from Brazil to Colombia fly in there, and then have to do a real-world prep stream as well. Yes, the F-28 is a lot of fun to fly VOR to VOR. Pour yourself a McAllen. Starting to get a little bit of light chop. So I'm gonna come back in here. Let's we're 17 miles.
Delta 1392, push on the whiskey, face north.
This guy needs a cafe con leche, I think, you know? Let's go here. Portland charts arrival O City 13.6. We're almost there. From there it's a 345. See how it's nice and big right here? This is how it should be. 345 inbound is what we want to track. So after that 13.6, we really don't need anything else here. We have 13.6, 13.6. We're going to probably track inbound to Battleground VOR, which is 16.6. So I'll put you standby 2. I'll actually put you, standby 2 active so we can get the DME from the Battleground VOR to identify some of these fixes. And then the only other thing we would want to throw in here, the ILS approach, we said we were going to do the 10 right. We can throw the localizer in there, 110.5, prime it up in the standby. So we're using all the frequencies available. 110.5, the final approach course will be 103, so I'm going to throw that in the ADF here, so I don't have to look it up again. 103 will be our approach course for the 110.5 localizer for the 10 right ILS. Minimum should be 200 feet. That looks good. Any descents on the arrival we need to worry about here? Coming inbound, Vans for turbojet, expect 250 at 12,000. So we can do a quick mental math testeroni here. So we're at 30 minus 12 is 18 times 3 is 54.
Yeah, that's Center United 1400 back.
Plus 10. Let's do plus. Let's just make it even. Let's make it 60. So 60 miles. So 60 times 3. Oh no, weird it is. So 60 miles out from Battleground, we should start down. Or that doesn't make sense. Where's Vans at? Vans is
Center, Redwood 104. We are 35 miles from Rogue Valley. Can you give us the expected approach for Portland?
Can be the ILS 10 right. Check the NOTAMs. 10 left is closed. So this is an interesting one here. We want to cross Vans at 12 thou. Vance is 47 from the Battleground VOR. So we have to do whatever our expected descent is, and then we got to add that on top of 47.
Right.
So let me go back. Let's math this out one more time. We're at 30. We need to cross at 12,000. So 30 minus 12 is 18 times 3. We said is 54. Let's add 6 miles for easy math. So we need 60 miles to descend. 60 miles to descend. 47 miles from Battleground. So 60 plus 47. Our top of descent is 107 miles from the Battleground VOR, which is 116.6. We're not even picking it up yet. I don't know. 345 outbound. We need to join that. Did this flip? It did. So we need to join the 345. We'll make a nice gentle turn here. So we gotta join this inbound. We're flying the wrong way. Oh, it shut off.
357. Send via the City 3 arrival. Landing east, Orland altimeter 2966.
Some of the O City 3 landing east 2966 for United 357.
At or below 250 knots.
I'm going to cut you off there. We'll descend via the O City 3 for 10 right, and you said transition at or below 250 knots?
Cross Vans at 12,000 and at or below 250 knots.
All right, Vans at or below, or Vans at 12,000 at or below 250 knots for United 357. All right, so while we're joining the proper airway, we're going to set 12,000 feet. 12 is set. Just verify we are 13.6. Yeah, we are 13.6. Now, the problem that we have here is we don't have Vans in our INS, and I'm not getting Battleground DME yet. So we have to figure out how far it is from Rogue Valley to Vans. And I don't know if it's going to give us that info.
861, flight level 360.
That's 26, that's 23.
Southeast of Pendleton, checking in.
Delta 861, Seattle Center, radar contact, welcome.
We might try to do a Hail Mary load up here. Still trying to join this airway. There we go. 345 is the course, so now it's joining.
Delta 1392, runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo.
Can we see here? OLED advance. I wish I could measure. Someone measure on SkyVector OED to Vance. How far is it? Waypoint 4 is Portland Airport. 38 and increasing. So we'll waypoint change it direct to the field. It's 148. We should probably start down. I'm going to assume we got to start down. So I'm going to go auto throttle off. And we're going to select IAS hold. Altitude off. IAS hold. Bring the power back. Down we go. Get the sounds back up here too. Alright. E-Jets win. Yep, Stavo strikes again. E-Jets into MSP gates. E-gates. Back to MSP. Curious what headset. In like real world flying? Real world flying, I use Bose Pro Flights. So we're trickling down to 12,000. We should probably get the cowls on.
Redwood 104, descend via the City 3 arrival, landing east, Poland altimeter 29.
There should have been on before takeoff.
Cross bands at 12,000 and at or below 250 knots.
Redwood 104 will descend via the...
Work it out, Gus. Work it out.
250, 12,000.
So we should have about 100 miles to Vance. Simming, Razor Krakens, I believe, is what I have. Steven says people who voted E-Jets over Dukes are dead to me. Agreed. We don't have a radar in here or anything like that. It would be kind of cool if we had the old 727s have like that old radar strike finder scope thing. It'd be cool to have that implemented. We're on the descent though. We're looking good. I'm still hoping we get some battleground DME at some point. Right now we're 60 miles from and tracking northbound, so we're looking good. Distance to the airport is 126 miles.
Delta 3092 at holding point Delta, ready for departure.
00, Charlie 3 at Portland, with Quebec.
I mean, it is solid IMC now, so. Seatbelt is tightened, the mimosas in hand. I'm ready for our arrival.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16 left, Delta 3092.
Alaska 1100, channel center, push approved, face west.
65 miles. On icing, you should maintain 55% on N1. Otherwise, you have bleed enough for anti 70% if you wing on. Well, right now, Gus, can you tell me where my N1 is? What does that say there? What's my N1 show, Gus? It looks like it's close to 70%, right? Almost looks like I know how to fly the 727. 72%. I'm giving it a little extra juice. I'm giving it a little extra juice. But we're about to, we are about to increase. Okay, there's our 126. Okay, so we got our distance here. Gus is about to get banned for backseat flying. I know it, man. All right, let me recap. So Vance was 47 miles out. So if we do I'm going to use a calculator for this one. Pull out my calculator. So all we got to do is subtract 47 from our current distance. So 120 minus 47 is 73. So we are 73 miles from Vance right now. That's how we figured out. We're 73 from Vance. We're at 22. We need to be at 12. 22 minus 12 is 10 times 3 is 30. So we need 30 miles to get down. And we said we're 73 miles. So we're actually well ahead. So what we can do is we can actually juice it up a little bit here. And if we add a little bit of power, it's going to shallow out our descent rate. So we're ahead of ahead of the game here. Wow, look at this.
Seattle Center, Delta 861 with
Seatbelt signs coming on. Well, no smoking's coming
Go
on. We're going
Sir,
right
are they
into
bouncing the servers because they're in and out? Or
layer
void?
here. Now I do have real turb on. I'm not getting any turb. Maybe this is just classic West Coast.
Delta 861,
Cumulative
not
Nimbai.
having any issues of voice or
Nothing
audio
crazy.
servers on my end.
No wing flexing. Seems pretty smooth.
Well, everything else is up and online. It said voice for...
Matt, I did see that
Bounce
update for X-Plane. I did. Steven says Gus can barely get a radio readback out in less than glacial timelines and he's trying to backseat fly. I know it, dude. I know it.
Passing
Next emoji slot,
2,500
we're
to
going to have
Delta
an
1392.
Canada 104 emoji for remembrance.
1392, flight maintain, flight level 350.
Good thing I didn't put an X-Plane in that poll.
Climb maintain flight level 350, Delta 1392.
Wow, look at these layers. Let's come back about 70-ish. Don't want to go too shallow on the descent rate. Look at this. In between layers. Where are the X-Plane lovers at, Gus? That whine, Zippy, that's the electric hydraulic. It shouldn't be that loud. Yeah, it shouldn't be that loud. Now, I don't know, Zippy, if it's that loud right now because this is technically a cargo version. There's like no dampening. There's no sound muffling back there. But I would suspect that in the passenger version, and as a matter of fact, I know, especially you can just look up videos of 7.2 wing views, you don't really hear it that prominent. So that whine needs to be reduced. I agree. Almost looks like the eye of a hurricane. Kind of.
Skyway 3397, reset transponder, squawk 3340.
It's pretty smooth through here, though. Cloud surfing. It's disorienting a little bit. Ooh, there's some. There we go. Now we're starting to get some chop. Start to see the wings flex out there a little bit. It's hard to tell though because you can't see the relative anything relative. I mean, it's thick. What we need to have is thickness layers of these clouds so that you can. You know how you've been on an airplane where you see the wings start to disappear because the clouds are so thick. It's real thick. You can't see the wingtip, and then you can see the wingtip, and then you can't see the wingtip. That's what we need. We need volumetric clouds around our wings. It's like flying in a whipped soy latte. Maintaining 70, we're 300 knots. This is a Boeing, so that's close enough to turbulent penetration speed. Yeah, we're starting to get bumped around now. I just don't think we can tell because it's all the same color. Looks like I'm flying into another green dot video. Scober, I'm not sure what the exhaust temps should be. I mean, we're at 70% thrust right now. They're out of the green band. You know, if I increase thrust, they go up a little bit. So maybe they're a little skewed. I'm not sure. Is that trim wheel working? Yeah, that trim wheel's working. All right, we're out of 17.5. Magic Barrel Ref 2960 is set. We're about 40 miles from Vance. We only need about 15 miles to get to 12, so we're well ahead of schedule. And we need to get down anyway, though, because we're going to slow to 250 once we level. So he wants us to cross Vance at 250 knots. So we will decelerate once we hit 12 now. Yeah, I can hear it too, Zippy, but I think for testing purposes, hopefully we don't... Yeah, see? See, now it's off. Matter of fact, I mean, I guess we could theoretically leave it off right now. Oh, but no, see, then we lose the system Bs, so we don't want to lose the system Bs, so we got to keep it on. Starting to get into some rain, though. Portland real weather at the moment. Winds 190 at 10, gusting 20. Oh boy. Good thing Kelly Simmer got an extra mimosa on the house. Ryan, because I actually was curious about this myself. It's just how the SOPs were. So some guys would run System A, some would run B, some would run.
Let's go 1100.
Depending on the flight day or the leg, they didn't flip between both. But this light being on here and the pump being off is normal. I've seen it in videos before too. So I don't know why. Maybe you wouldn't run both because if you had some catastrophic failure, you're saving that other system. I'm not sure. Overpressuring. I'm not sure what the logic is why you only run one instead of both. But I know running one is the proper way to do it. At least from what I've seen. We got to pick up this rate of descent a little bit. We're going to come back to 70.
Offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
We're going to crack a little bit of speed brake. The lights are getting a little too bright in here. What's the light? Yeah, the panel lights that I don't really love. I like just a little bit of glow. Turn the background flood up. There we go. That's what I like better right there. All right, 13.9 for 12. Verify altitude is armed. Altitude is armed. Dome light is off, I believe. Right? Oh, we'll turn dome red off. Overhead is fine. Everything else looks fine right now.
To go.
1,000 to level off. Check. Remember, we're going to slow to 250 upon level off. And I still have the thrust levers, so I will bring it back. Outside air temp right now is minus 10 at 12,000 feet. We're right at the limit. I don't believe we're going to need anything other than the cowl heats. So we don't have wing heats on, so we can bring her on back. Here comes 50%. We're slowing to 250, stow the speed brake. I'm going to bug 250 for auto throttle.
Correction, Chins 5 arrival.
I can
unload
my workload here, so auto throttle is back engaged for 250
They got the
knots
numbers. We'll arrive Chins 5, landing south.
We do have a dome light on over
request
here.
16 left if available when we come.
What dome lights do we have on? We've got dome red on.
Not
That's
861, you can expect that.
Flight
No,
one.
thanks.
Oh, I had that dome light on. Whoops, there we go. Much better. I mean, this is hard IMC right now. I mean, we are in it thick. There's nothing.
310 Whiskey Quebec, Seattle Center, go ahead.
Let's pay attention to where we are. We are 57 miles from the BTG.
310 Whiskey Quebec.
So that puts us 10
Roger,
miles to
familiar with
Vance.
your Renton VFR departure
We're going to
procedures?
proceed inbound until we hit 17 miles. At 17 miles, we turn left on a heading of 280, and then it'll be vectors from there. There's nothing we can do after that, unless we get, we'll get vectors or something. But in real life, you'd hit the 17 DME, cross radial check by Newburgh, left turn 280, and that's it. So 17 miles, we need to make a left turn to 280. And a matter of fact, just to keep myself updated, I'll put 280 on the heading here so I don't forget. 290, 270, 280. 270, 280, 290. Oh, that's all right. They're 5 increments. That looks close enough there. 280 on the heading. All right, 280. We're 250 knots. 3 miles from Vance at 12,000. Nice scenery.
10 right, clear for
This
takeoff,
wouldn't be a
left,
very good
1100.
Mr. Saturday hype trailer stream, would it? There's not a whole lot to look at out there. I think we're starting to get rocked around because my yoke is moving pretty good now. Yeah, my yoke is starting to move pretty good. Blackbird, you're working on the flap and spoilers? Ooh, dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I can see it bumping now. Look at that wing flexing. Can you guys see my yoke? Hold on. Oh, let me move this over. If I set this, you should be able to see the yoke starting to move now. Yeah, we're getting bumped. Oh, there's Jones for the flight deck. As you notice, the seatbelt sign is on right now. We are encountering a little bit of turbulence. Nothing to worry about though. We've had a couple extra noses up here, so everybody's feeling just fine. So just remain seated with that seatbelt fastened, and then we'll have you on the ground here in Portland, hopefully on the runway in just a few minutes. We appreciate your patience. Thank you. Yeah, it's starting to work. Work hard. Let's maintain 12,000. Should I pull a Gus and report a moderate turbulence at 12,000? I mean, we are getting rocked right now. I mean, we are getting absolutely rocked. Truly bottomless mimosas. Look at these jumps in vertical speed. Alright, so we just passed Vance inbound. We're 12,250. We can expect a vector here at 17 DME, or we'll make the turn on our own. Slightly breaking through there. Guys, remember, if you like S727 videos, smash that like button. Normally we get 250 likes before takeoff. We haven't even hit 250 likes on this stream, so that's highly unacceptable. I expect better of you, V1 Nation. Starting to get sick. Here he is, Sasquez. Starting to see a little breakout up there. Looks like we got some ice on the window. All right, let's make sure all of our icing is on. That is on. I don't know how to do this though. So we're valve position closed, open. Cowl left, right, wing. We cycle it to wing momentarily just to heat them up.
Let's go 1100.
Let's heat them up momentarily.
Passing 1,400 feet. Alaska.
Start the chrono. 34 miles from Battleground.
For maintain for level 370 Alaska 1100.
I wish you could see it.
357,
Oh.
descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain, that's 7,000, United 357. Alright, 7,000 is set. What I'm going to do, we're going to simultaneously go altitude, arm, IAS hold, auto throttle off, power's coming back, going back to Cal heats. Cal heats selected. We can bring it back to 50% N1. We're on the descent.
357, information, Quebec on board and say approach request.
We do have information Quebec. We're requesting the LS 10 right for United 357.
357, you can expect that.
We have Quebec on board, currently saying winds 170 at 10, gusting 20. 2966 on the meter. Do a Magic Barrel ref update. Checks 10 left, 10 right, runway 3 to not applicable. So we are looking good, chat. We're looking good. Brandon, yes, this is a force feedback yoke. So right now we are battling some serious moderate turbulence here. Look at the airplane. Go ahead and turn all these lights on. Out of 9,000. Oh my gosh, look, we have ice on the wing. We actually have ice on the wing. We gotta turn the wings back on. Gus, how do you work this panel again? Wings open, wings open. Cal, wings, I need all the things. I need all the things. We have ice accumulating on our wings, Chad. I didn't know that was implemented. That's awesome. We're easing down. We need more juice. We're going to go speed brakes, 70% N1 juice here because we got all our heats on. 1,000 to level off check. So I'm juicing up the N1 for bleed pressure. We're icing up bad here. Yeah, it's on our nose. We're icing up. Chat, we may not make this out. And center just a pilot report here for you. Moderate turbulence out of 8,000 feet with moderate icing. OAT is -8.
Is that for United 357?
Affirmative.
Roger, thank you.
We are in grave danger. All right, getting ready to level 7,000. Is there any other kind? All right, speed brake stowed. Is it warming up yet? No, it's right at 0. This is not good, chat. Auto throttle engaged, maintain 250, please. Chat, we're cooked. Looks like the turbulences
We
level
have
is
Quebec,
stabilizing.
and we are expecting 10 right for
Can I turn it? Where, like, what else can we do here? Get these up a little bit. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing.
2138, radar contact.
There's 17 miles. 17 miles.
Heading
Select. Heading
Well,
select.
360.
Turn knob. Heading select. We're in the turn. Turn. Heading 280, please. All right, we no longer need this VOR. So 110.5, course is 103. Oh, it automatically tuned it. Beautiful. 103 is set. We're turning left to 280 on the heading. We're 257,000.
Red Road 104, descend and maintain 7,000, and previous power reported moderate turbulence and moderate icing through 8,000.
Looks like we're
descend
starting
and maintain
to
7,000
stabilize.
Redwood 104, aware of the pirate.
All right, Redwood 104, got our PIREP. See, I'm looking out for you guys. Look at this, though.
310 Whiskey, Quebec, mid-Kent departure.
All right, so we're on a heading.
Takeoff.
There's nothing else for us to do on the arrival. It says maintain 280 and tell vectors to final approach. So we can maintain that. We don't have to worry about this.
357, descend and maintain 4,000, speed 210 or less.
Send to 4,000, 210 or less for United 357. All right, auto throttle's off. Power's coming back. 7,000 for 4,000. Engage. Outcell. IAS hold. Bring it back. Oh, flight engineer. Idle horn cut out. Speed brake, a little more juice, 50% on the N1 right there. Until we get out of this icing. Looks like it's starting to thin up a little bit. Like we're not, it doesn't look like it's accumulating. If anything, it looks like it's kind of going away now. How's our nose looking? We still have some on the nose. Okay, well, this just became my new favorite airplane. I didn't know you could actually see the icing effects. Kelly Simmer, I'm not ashamed to say it. You may hear me blurt out crying for my mama if things get too spicy. I'll be. If you hear some screaming from up front, Kelly Simmer, it'll be me as well. We'll scream together. All right, 1,000 to level off. Trying to maintain. Coming back to 210. This is where you seriously got, I mean, this is why this airplane is such a workload. All right, there's the level off. Stow the speed brakes. Let's go engage auto throttle here again. Help me out. Auto throttle's coming back up. Let's go ahead and get a 110.5 on nav 2 so I can get extra just in case for the DME. That looks good. Now on the approach chart for Portland, you can't see it. I don't have time to pull it up for y'all, but I'm looking at it. I'm going to see if I need anything for that 10 right ILS. Battleground 16.6, we actually do need it. I'll show you here. This is important. Oh, I can't show you on this cam. On this cam,
Seattle Center, Alaska, 1100, request direct Sunday.
so we need Battleground active for these cross radials. So we're actually going to put nav2 back to 16.6. And we're going to use the RMI in the bottom left to verify our cross radials as we fly the approach inbound. But how's our OAT? Right now it's warmed up. It's +5. Oh, look at that. We're out of the icing. She's all clean. We got a clean wing now.
Headed 357, turn right, heading 010, vector to the approach.
Right turn 010, United 357. Right turn 010, spin it in.
61 needs to step off for 1 minute.
No, don't listen to that flight engineer. 010 on the heading though. Let's go ahead and kill the. Close you. Close you.
Delta 357, turn right, heading 070.
Close those up, so we'll just cowl now.
357, turn right heading 070, join the 10 right localizer.
070, join the 10 right localizer for United 357. Well, that's a tight vector. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and what we need to do is a couple of things here. Flaps 40, is there any other kind? Set EPR and speeds for 40.
Yeah, it's 357, let's make it a 130 heading to intercept.
130 to intercept United 357. Alright, 130 now because we flew through the localizer, that's fine. Auto throttle's disengaging, power's coming to idle. Slats are coming out.
Center Delta 861 back on the deck.
Localizer's alive.
Roger.
Glide slope's alive. We'll try to rearm this.
United 357, maintain 3000 until established, cleared, ILS 10 right approach.
3000 till established. 3000 till established, the 130 heading. Say that again. 357. I'm all confused now. I know what he's trying to say.
357, heading 130, maintain 3000 until established, cleared ILS 16, correction 10 right approach.
130 on the heading, 3000 till established, cleared 10 right approach for United 357. Alright, we got her now. Down to 3, we're armed up, 130 on the heading, speed, flaps coming out, 15.
Fuel Center Alaska 1100 is going to disconnect.
Jeez, I forgot to get flight recorder up.
Roger.
No, I didn't overshoot, it was an overshooting
United
vector.
2138, descend via the Timbers 3 arrival, landing east,
Recording's on.
altimeter up to 966.
We're leveling. Power. I got the thrust levers. This is an airplane we cannot fly from wing view, but we're all set up now. We're armed up. A little bit more speed. We're looking good. We're below the glide slope. Localizer should be coming in here. I'm going to cheat just a few degrees to the right here. Airspeed, no.
Hood 104, descend maintain 4000.
I don't know if we're going to get the...
4000 for Headwood 104.
Alright, autopilot off. I'm going to start... don't descend off localizer, but we're not quite getting the loc on this heading. This is how you get in big trouble. Don't do what I'm doing. Do as I say, not as I do. We'll go ahead and turn the flight director off, though. So you can see our loc and glide slope. We're not established, but we're descending to stay on the glide slope or else we'll be too high. That heading was not an ideal heading. I can actually see the airport. Let's go gear down.
We're 532 Charlie Victor, Seattle Center, runway 14, taxi via Delta Charlie.
There it comes. I didn't give myself the vector.
357, runway 10 right, cleared to land, wind 170 out 10, gust 20.
Clear to land 10 right, field in sight now for United 357. Yeah, it was a bad vector initially, but it's not my fault. I can't just self-vector myself when I'm in an ATC environment. I don't know how they do it up there in Canada, Lance Lustavo, but when he tells me to fly 030, I gotta fly 030 whether we go through the loc or not. We're a little bit below, so now we're going to slow down. We're going to go flap full here. And then that rejoin vector of 130 was too shallow. It should have been like a 170.
We just hit 2210 left, Redwood 14.
All right, flaps 40. Gears down. We're ready. On speed. Recording is on. Gus is trying to backseat fly. We all know how that turned out for him. A Denver approach. Moment of silence for Air Canada 104, please. Thank you. No excuses. Dude, he gave me a bad vector. I turned to 030 and it blew through the loc. What am I going to do? An IMC? Rip it into a 90-degree bank? That's how you end up in the dirt. Assertive FOs. That's actually happened more for, I mean, I've had that happen multiple times where you get on a vector like it. But they'll normally tell you, they'll say, hey, 030, we're going to fly you through the localizer. We'll have you come back around.
Redwood 104, turn right heading 010 vectors for the approach.
500.
Dude, it is gusty.
Vectors for ILS.
What happened to that, what happened to this marina down here?
400.
Marina looks like it got hit by a freaking tornado.
200.
Or we're hanging on the flaps here, flaps 40. Air Canada 104 crashed into it. I don't know what that noise is. That's suspect.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh my word.
Cooper 160, Seattle Center, 4, taxi via Delta Alpha.
There was no float in that. There was no float in that. Spoilers, reverse. On that, my friends, is why you don't land flaps 40.
Turn right heading 070, join the 10 right localizer.
Jeez.
070, clear for the local, for the ILS, sir.
ILS approach. Yeah, there's nothing else. Slew Stava.
104, that's affirmative, but the phraseology is 10 right localizer.
The phraseology here in North America, Gus, is cleared for the approach. Clean it up, 3-dryer trap. It almost sounds like, do we pop a tire? Why do I have those weird noises?
357, safe parking.
We're going straight ahead here to this Charlie 15.
357, taxi straight into the ramp via Bravo 4 and Tango.
Bravo 4 Tango to the ramp. Thanks for the ATC. You're now at 357.
Redwood 104, 10 miles from Powell's, clear to ILS 10 right.
Oh my gosh.
Clear for the ILS 10 right, Redwood 104.
We'll take Charlie 17 since there's an aircraft on 15. We're going to leave our lights on here for replay purposes. What a rainy day in Portland. That flat 40 was such a banger, man. That just, I was like, don't Airbus flare. I should have tried the Airbus flare just to rest that descent a little bit.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. I'm not sure if we have that.
Brake set. All right, let's see where this Air Canada 104 breaks out at.
You can descend via the Timbers 3 arrival ready. Portland altimeter 2966.
Sorry about that, we're picking up feedback. Clear to Timbers 3, landing east.
Let's see where this Air Canada 104 smashes it down at. He should be out there on the ILS.
Up Jet 510 on the ground.
I'm going to stop the recording. Recording is saved.
We have the weather.
Let's see if Gus can get down without slewing today. Vodka, have you tried flaps 40 on the new flight model though? I mean, it comes down, dude. Like, you bring that power out and it drops.
Clock 5275.
Dave, what's up, man? Can't we all just roast and hate each other? Yeah, it's called the Football Fight Club channel in the Discord. X-Craft's got an update? Really, AJ? Maybe you'll have to fly it on the next one. Alright, where's this guy at? How far out is he? A repeatable butter machine. That was probably my hardest landing in the 7.2. I'll get full screen cam here. Did Air Canada 104 disconnect? I think Air Canada 104 radar contact lost. Oh no, there he is. There's Redwood. He's on the final now. He's way out there. What the hell is he doing way out there? Oh, there he is. There he is.
Victor, South Center, runway 14.
See his light.
And what was your direction of flight again?
Flaps 40s for London City. Well, actually, on the passenger variant, so they started doing the lockout at Flaps 40 for the 727. That's how aggressive it was. So they started doing lockouts for Flap 40. Normal is to land Flaps 30. Flaps 30, I think, is the butter machine. Look at the clouds moving. Listen to the ambiance here. Clouds are moving. They're moving in the proper direction of the windsock. This stream has me convinced I'm buying the 727. Was planning to wait till 24, but I'm too impatient. Prodigious. Man, look, I tell you what, it's...
Clear to land in Redwood 104.
Is it
Runway 10 right,
perfect? No, but it is sure a lot of fun, and it definitely scratches that itch for me. And to be honest, credit where credit's due, we had a pretty solid 727 flight there. We had no bugs, no issues. Other than that bleed, maybe I'm doing something wrong with APU bleed. I can't get that pressure needle to build up with the APU, but when the engines are running, it seems to work. So, but, I mean, everything ran smooth. Performance felt good, felt well optimized. The airplane hand flew well. We did a mix of INS nav and radio navigation. The lights are fixed on that radio panel. I know that's been a bug. Every couple updates, you know, the active light on the radio pedestal, the blue light should illuminate when the selected radio frequency is active. That's fixed. So, I mean, yeah, credit where credit's due. I enjoyed that flight a lot. Am I running Atmos? No, Atmos is dead to me. They are moving pretty good, though. It's blowing pretty good right now, Mr. Saturday. It definitely is. Let's see this, Eric. Okay, here comes Redwood 104. Smasher.
Mountain 2 departure, then as filed.
It's going to be a smasher.
Maintain 7,000, departure to frequency, squawk 5153.
Yeah, Vodka, we got the new Dead to Me emoji in. Mr. Saturday, when are you going to do a 727 hype video? Honest opinion about Atmos, because I'm on the fence. Captain Jeeb, I did one flight with it. I got a blue screen. So I uninstalled it, never flew it again. I think it looks good, man. But for me, it's not worth blue screening and crashing. It's been reported. People have issues with it. Some don't have issues with it. But for me, I haven't had a crash in 5 years. The first flight with it, we had a blue screen. So, dude, taking out the localizer antenna there, Gus. Oh, that's flat. Ooh, that's a kablamo. That was another kablamo. It looks like he almost took out the localizer antenna on the way in. The opposite direction loc. Jeez. He's going to test that gear. All right, well, he smoked that localizer antenna. Let's go ahead and disconnect from my Veo Premium. Let's take a look at our replay, and I'm going to get out of here and go fishing. That's what I'm going to do. So we are going to disconnect the yoke as well, because the yoke will freak out here. All right, replay is up. Gear handle is up at this point. We're going to pause it. We're going to run it forward. All right, we'll watch it. Zoom here, gear down, flaps are coming in. We're not going to play sail just yet. We're going to watch this for a minute. Flaps coming in, I believe. Yep, there they go. We're stabilizing. Man, that was a bumpy approach. Fishing stream wing. Any chance you can include departure in a title? It's really hard sometimes to find a specific video without this. Yeah, thrust set, it's... The problem with that is I'm limited on title space, and putting approach and departure reports in the title, it's just like a waste of characters. Because all my titles are maxed out anyway. You only get 100 characters. So, if I remember, I might start putting it in the thumbnail. But yeah, it's just kind of what it is right now. I like not having the overlay, but I also get on replay. You know, it's kind of hard to find the video. So I haven't found a good solution for it. They take up too many characters. I mean, departure arrival is 6, plus a hyphen is 7, plus 2 spaces is 9, plus 2 brackets is 11. It's 11 characters just to put where I'm going. Maybe if you don't have 13 different hashtags, well, AJ, unfortunately, that's how the world works on YouTube, my man. Oh, Thrustmaster. Oh, yeah. I can start doing that. What I was actually going to do is I was actually going to start leaving a pinned comment at the bottom of every stream. So, like, this flight was here to here. Or in the descriptions. I can definitely start doing it in descriptions. I can definitely do that. Yeah, tags take up space, and they actually take up 2 spaces per tag, and then all of the characters in the tag, and then you have to have a space at the end. So, like, hashtag Fenix, you have to have a space at the end of Fenix to include the tag. So, it eats them up quick. Landing was a 208. Oh, let me launch my Gs. I totally forgot to launch Gs in that chaos. I'm scared to launch Gs. Ooh, the first one popped up just as I... Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. That was 300. Blackbird, I appreciate all the support, man. Glad you enjoyed the stream. I look forward to seeing what's next from Blackbird Controls. Here we go. Flaps 40, power to idle. Straightened her out and just planted that sucker. Oh yeah, we just planted it. That one said 390. That was a planned hole. Let me do a fly over cam, because that's, in my opinion, some of the best. Do like right here, unpin you. Oof. Smashed it. Alright, let's do a final replay. Sails coming up. We're going to wind that all the way back. We're going to resume the replay. We're going to stow the speed brakes. You guys can enjoy the last arrival into Portland. Justin, I am using Flight Recorder off the Flight Sim TO. It's a free version, and it's absolutely awesome. So I would use that Flight Recorder off the FSTO. Can I turn these off for replay so we don't have to listen to that hydraulic pump? Yeah, so much nicer. Calling Simmer, we made it safe. We made it safe. All right. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for me today. Probably for me tomorrow. What's tomorrow? I forget. I keep forgetting I've got to work on Friday. I don't want to forget. Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, man, we may have to stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know when the next stream is, but when it is, that's when I'll see you next. V1. All right, guys. Thank you all for the support. Thank you again, Alexandra Bellini, for your support on the stream. Been absolutely fantastic. Appreciate all the love from all of you. Thanks for hitting the like button. Sustavo, thanks for keeping it interesting. And we'll work on that English second language later on. But appreciate the Redwood 104 joining me for the flight. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See you.